All right, this is Toni Harris Taylor, and I want to say, hey, Facebook family. Hope you all are well. I am here with Mr. Marvin D. Cloud, publisher extraordinaire. I just love me some Marvin, and this is Marvin's third event with me. You really do love me, right, Marvin?
I do. I do. I said, I can't go wrong with you.
Oh, I love that. I love you. So, what we're going to do, we're having some technical challenges here. So, we're going to keep it short and sweet. So, Marvin is a speaker and a sponsor of the Viral Networking Conference. Marvin, what are you going to talk about at this conference?
I'm going to talk about profitable publishing after the pandemic, something along those lines, how we can still do publishing, although the world has been turned upside down.
Wonderful. And you have done, I think, 3 of my books, and I've sent you a host of clients. So you have.
Host of clients. That's why I love you.
Well, that's why, as long as you keep doing good work, I'm going to send you people because you do an amazing job with helping my clients get their stories out. Why is it important? It seems like people aren't reading the way they used to, but why is it important to have a book today?
Well, I can't say people aren't reading. It is different. 20 years ago, since the internet has come along, people are reading shorter works. They're wanting their information in bits and pieces. So they're reading differently, but they're still reading. So books are still doing extremely well. And it is my hope and prayer that books go extremely well at least another 50 years. Then after that, I guess I won't care that much. But you have to change with the times. I read an interesting article last week about the Great Resignation, where many people are leaving their jobs and they are now starting up small businesses online and things like that. But the same thing's happening in the publishing industry. You can't keep doing things the same old way. You have to change with the times. And so you can still be very profitable with books, but there are certain ways to do them that would guarantee pretty much that you are successful when you do it.
Okay, very good. So I know the book has given me some great credibility. It's given me, people are like, you're an author, and now I'm on my 6th book, I think. Some of them have been collaborations, and then the others are my own books. And so it gives me a leg up when it comes to competition and going viral. It gives me a leg up on people who do similar work for me. And so a book is a great way to leverage a brand.
Definitely. Not only that, it opens the door for you. It gets you past the gatekeeper a lot, because sometimes you can drop off a book to somebody who you've been trying to meet on the telephone or by email, and you drop a book off, you'll get a phone call. Not all the time, but I'm just saying, It's an easier way of getting credibility. When I wrote my book, Get Off the Pot, not that kind of pot. Get off the pot, like my grandmother used to say, either you on the pot or not. And so this book was directed toward people who are always saying, one day I'm going to write a book. And so what I did, I wrote a book, and this back in 2004, called Get Off the Pot. How to write your book in 90 days, stop procrastinating, write your book in 90 days. And funny thing, back in August 2004, I was Marvin Cloud. But in September 2004, when the book came out, I was Marvin Cloud expert. Simply because people saw me differently. Before, I was just talking about concepts, but then I put the concepts in a book. And that's what really started my career. I got booked on several radio stations, newspaper articles, things like that. And it's all because I had a book. And you'll be surprised, but not you, because we've done 3. But people would be surprised at how a book can change people's perception of them and how they can take that and leverage it into other things.
Absolutely. One thing you can do is take your book, and especially if it's nonfiction, you can leverage it to open the door to meet decision makers.
Yes.
Right. So I'm releasing a new book at the Viral Networking Conference. And the way that book is used is to ask for opinions and interviews of people that I really want to get connected to. So, but because I'm an author, I can say I would like your insights for my next book.
Yes.
And it helps to open the door to a relationship. So there's going to be little tricks and tips like that we're going to give at the Viral Networking Conference. Has things changed since the pandemic, Marvin?
Well, for me, what has changed a lot is, of course, I had some other challenges, some other health challenges, as you know. Sure. So my meetings are different. I used to have satellite offices all around the city. Most people call them IHOPs. And so that's where I would meet people at. But when the pandemic came, I started doing the Zoom meeting, and things like that. So it has changed from that perspective. From the actual publishing perspective, the technology is better. And not only is the technology better, but the different ways that you can take your book and, make an ebook out of it, make an audio book out of it, make short reports. All of these different ways that you're just not writing one book, but now you are starting I call it a line that will help you to reach authority status, will give people different price points to meet you at. Because people don't realize that you can sell a chapter out of your book on your own website for $5 or $7. You may be saying, well, that's not much. Yeah, but if you look at the entirety of a book that you may sell for $25, you're selling your chapters for $1.
Right.
But if you package it as a special report, you can sell it for $7 or $10. You can take that same chapter and also record it, or maybe not just one, but if you have 10 or 12, put it together as a program that you can sell for $39 to $79. You can add some other things to it that you can sell as a program for $97. You can do some video stuff into it. Now you got something that you can sell for $297. And people don't realize that people buy this stuff all day long.
Absolutely.
Especially if it's good and you're giving them the information they need without them having to spend weeks or months on the internet trying to find it. You're just packaging it up and giving it to them. Add weekly coaching, sell it for $4.97.
Absolutely. I love that you have the additional strategies beyond the book, because I tell people all the time, a book is just the beginning.
It's just the beginning.
It's just the beginning. In fact, you can't sell enough books to pay your house note. So it's not your moneymaker. It is the foundation for all of the spiderweb things that will come off of
that can come out of that. You can have, hey, weekends with Toni. where you do like a retreat somewhere based on principles of networking or anything, and people would pay $1,000. This is proven stuff.
Yes.
This is not concept. This is things that work that people do all the time. I tell people books don't sell themselves.
That's
So
exactly right.
you have to do something, and you can't rely on just a single copy sale. But if you do a good program, you can actually give your book away, as many people do, because they have a strong back end.
That's exactly right.
That's where the real money, the real income comes from. And that's some of the things that we're going to be talking about at the Viral Networking event in November.
Wonderful. Well, Marvin, you're amazing. You have come through so much. And we're also, for the VIPs who are coming, we're doing an inspirational and motivational, and wait till you hear Marvin's story about what he's gone through recently and how he is still standing.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Yes,
really
sir.
good.
Yes, sir. So, if you haven't got your ticket, we are sold out. I'm overbooked on our in-person, but you can still join us virtually at the viralnetworkingconference.com. I am going to sell out of that because I do have a limit, and I want to make sure that everybody is able to connect. And so I don't have it open for 500 people. Although my Zoom could hold that many, I don't want that many. So get your ticket today. It's only $97. And you're going to hear from Marvin and our other speakers on how to take your business viral. And using a book is definitely one of those strategies. And one more thought about a book. It's a legacy.
Yes.
Long after we are gone, somebody might pick up that book, read your wisdom, and change their life forever. So thank you so much, Marvin, for saying yes.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you, and we look forward to the Viral Networking Conference. Get registered today, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right.